Hey there, movie buffs and bookworms. Today, we're diving into the world where pages turn into epic screen moments. Grab your popcorn and your reading glasses because we're counting down the top 10 movie adaptations of best-selling books. We've got everything from magical quests to dystopian dramas, from timeless romances to, well, sandworms the size of your house looking at you, Dune. We're going deep, folks, deeper than Leo DiCaprio in a freezing ocean. So buckle up, butter those popcorn buckets and get ready for a wild ride through the best of the best in book-to-movie magic. Kicking things off with a bang, or should I say a Balrog roar, we've got The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Peter Jackson took Tolkien's epic fantasy world and brought it to life in a way that made us believe in hobbits, orcs, and even Elijah Wood as a convincing hero. Seriously, those landscapes, those costumes, those battle scenes. It's like Jackson emptied his bank account and said, let's make Middle-earth a reality. And you know what? I'm not even mad. Plus, let's not forget the humour sprinkled throughout the epic journey. I mean, who can forget Gimli's obsession with axes and Legola's ability to walk on snow like it's a perfectly normal Tuesday? And let's be real, the movie gave us some iconic lines. The Fellowship of the Ring set the bar high for fantasy adaptations, proving that even the most complex and beloved books could be brought to life on the big screen. Next up, we're apparating straight into the magical halls of Hogwarts with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This movie wasn't just a faithful adaptation, it was a love letter to the books that captured the imaginations of an entire generation. Remember the first time you saw Hogwarts Castle on the big screen? It was like magic itself, and don't even get me started on the casting. Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint and Emma Watson weren't just actors, they were Harry, Ron and Hermione brought to life. From Ron's hilarious facial expressions to Hermione's know-it-all charm, the movie was filled with laugh-out-loud moments that made us fall in love with these characters even more. Plus, who could forget about Voldemort's unique face situation on the back of Quirrell's head? Talk about a face only a mother could love, if you could even call that thing a face. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone wasn't just a movie, it was a portal to a world of magic and wonder, and we were all too happy to jump right in. Hold on to your mockingjays, folks, because things are about to get real, or should I say real, with The Hunger Games. This dystopian thriller took the world by storm, and for good reason. Jennifer Lawrence, you absolute queen, owned the role of Katniss Everdeen, bringing a fierce determination and vulnerability to the character. The movie didn't shy away from the darkness of the source material, depicting the brutal reality of the games and the oppressive society that created them. Amidst the violence and despair, there was also hope, rebellion and a love story that had us all rooting for Katniss and Peter, even if we knew it was all part of the games. The Hunger Games was more than just a movie. It was a cultural phenomenon that sparked conversations about social injustice, government control, and the power of hope. Get ready to swoon, folks, because we're stepping into the world of Pride and Prejudice, the ultimate romantic classic. This movie had it all: gorgeous costumes, witty banter, and Colin Firth emerging from a lake looking like a Regency-era dreamboat. Let's be real, Matthew McFadden, as Mr. Darcy was the epitome of brooding charm. I mean, the man could barely look at Elizabeth Bennet without his heart practically exploding. Talk about a slow burn, and Keira Knightley as Elizabeth? Perfection. She was witty, independent, and not afraid to put Mr. Darcy in his place, which, let's be honest, he totally deserved sometimes. But beyond the romance, the movie also captured the social satire and sharp wit of Jane Austen's novel. It was a reminder that some things never go out of style, like love, laughter, and judging people before you get to know them. Just kidding, sort of. Hold on to your cool girl masks, because things are about to get twisty with Gone Girl. This psychological thriller kept us on the edge of our seats from beginning to end, and just when we thought we had it all figured out, bam! Another curveball. Ben Affleck as the seemingly clueless husband and Rosamund Pike as the ice-cold wife were absolutely brilliant. They drew us into their twisted game of cat and mouse, making us question everything we thought we knew about love, marriage, and disappearing acts involving a lot of blood. And let's be real, that ending. I'm still not sure what I think about it, but that's the mark of a truly great thriller. Gone Girl was a masterclass in suspense, proving that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we think we know best. Time to embrace your inner child and your inner bookworm, because we're entering the whimsical world of Roald Dahl with Matilda. This movie was a delightful blend of humour, heart, and a healthy dose of rebellion against terrible adults looking at you, Miss Trunchbull. Mara Wilson as Matilda was an absolute delight. She brought the right mix of intelligence, mischief, and a touch of telekinetic power to the role. And speaking of terrible adults, Pam Ferris as Miss Trunchbull was pure evil genius. She was the embodiment of every awful principle we all feared in our youth. Matilda was a reminder that even in a world of grown-up problems, a little bit of magic and a whole lot of imagination can go a long way. Prepare to enter a vast and complex universe, folks, because we're venturing into the world of Dune. This sci-fi epic is known for its intricate plot, complex characters, and giant sandworms that could swallow a whole space cruiser in one gulp. Denis Villeneuve did an incredible job of bringing Frank Herbert's vision to life, creating a visually stunning and immersive world that was both beautiful and terrifying. And Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides? Let's just say the man knows how to rock a stillsuit. But let's be real, the sandworms stole the show. They were massive, they were terrifying, and they made me want to invest in some seriously high ground. Dune was a reminder that sometimes the best stories are the ones that challenge us, that take us on a journey to worlds beyond our wildest imaginations. Get your tissues ready, folks, because The Book Thief is a tear-jerker. Set against the backdrop of World War II Germany, this movie told a powerful story about the power of words, the resilience of the human spirit, and the importance of finding hope in the darkest of times. Sophie Nélisse as Liesel, the young girl who finds solace in stolen books, was absolutely heartbreaking. She carried the weight of the story on her small shoulders, reminding us of the innocence lost during wartime. And let's not forget Geoffrey Rush and Emily Watson as Liesel's foster parents. They provided a much-needed dose of warmth and humanity in a world that seemed determined to crush it. The Book Thief was a poignant reminder that even in the face of unimaginable horrors, love, kindness, and the power of stories can prevail. Get ready to sashay into the glamorous and often terrifying world of high fashion with The Devil Wears Prada. This movie was a hilarious and insightful look at the cutthroat world of fashion magazines where ambition reigns supreme and nobody gets between Miranda Priestly and her Starbucks. Meryl Streep as the icy Miranda Priestly was absolutely iconic. She owned every scene she was in, delivering cutting remarks and withering stares that could freeze even the hottest fashion trends. And Anne Hathaway as Andy Sachs, the aspiring journalist trying to navigate the treacherous waters of Runway magazine, was the perfect blend of relatable and aspirational. And let's not forget about Emily Blunt as Emily Charlton, Miranda's first assistant and resident fashionista. She was hilarious, ambitious, and always willing to go the extra mile, even if it meant sacrificing her sanity and her social life. The Devil Wears Prada was a reminder that sometimes the best way to survive a high-pressure environment is with a healthy dose of humor, a killer wardrobe, and maybe a few pairs of comfortable shoes. And finally, we come to Kill a Mockingbird, a movie that's as relevant today as it was when it was released in 1962. This adaptation of Harper Lee's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel tackled themes of racial injustice, prejudice, and the importance of empathy with grace and sensitivity. Gregory Peck as Atticus Finch was the embodiment of moral courage. He was a lawyer, a father, and a beacon of hope in a town consumed by hate. His closing arguments in the courtroom were a masterclass in persuasion and a powerful reminder that we must always fight for what's right, even when it's difficult. To Kill a Mockingbird was more than just a movie. It was a cultural touchstone that sparked important conversations about race, justice, and the power of compassion. And there you have it, folks. The best of the best when it comes to movie adaptations of best-selling books. Did we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome content. Until next time, keep reading and watching.